Oh, I've defrosted, but flipping out, it's not a nice day. I changed my boiler suit as well because that red one was getting really grotty. The cows have had, they've had a bit of time on the silage. We're going to have a look at the silage clamp face, and then I got to move the Hazza wagon. Let's hope I don't get it stuck in the mud. I'll try and get it out in the field. Right, let's see what they've done with this face. I don't know whether they've made a bit of a mess. I expect they have. Here we are. Yeah. So they've certainly tucked into, look at that, they've eaten quite a lot. They've certainly tucked into that. That fence doesn't seem to be doing much to that heifer's neck, does it? You notice how she's not worried about it? Maybe it's not actually, I think my camera might be steaming up. They're not worried about that zapper, are they? That's not working. Can't be working. Ah, got no earth. Look, earth is on the floor. I might change fencer. They're not hurting at the moment, to be honest, but what I don't want them is climbing up on there. I'm going to change the fencer in a minute, but they are eating all that anyway. Okay, I've changed the fencer now. Quickly put the other one on. They jumped back a mile once I switched it on, so they're probably not happy with me now. Anyway, they're gonna make a bit of a mess there and eat that. Still got one round bale in the feeder there. Right, let's go and get the Hazza wagon moved. I need to get this out of the way because we're going to be putting the dry cows in that shed this morning. Probably have to move with my brother, so you won't get a video of us moving them, but you'll get a video of the aftermath when they're in there. But I'll show you the shed beforehand. I've got to bed it down with some straw, and then I've got to move the Hazza wagon out because it's no good having cows and cars. There it is, the beast. Right. So I haven't actually. Have I driven this car? I don't know whether I have. It's not really. It's Harry's wagon, isn't it? Let's get it open. I have driven it a while back. Right, it's got a cushion in there for Harry because he's a little bit short. Oh, let's get in. Oh, I'm gonna have to push the seat back as well. Look at the state of the thing. He's also nicked the beacon that was on. It used to be on our 690, but I need to get an adapter. That does anyone tell me what adapter I need for that to go in the cigarette lighter? Where is this? So. That needs to find. I need to find a plug that will adapt that. Tell me what sort of jack that is, so that I can get something that will go into something that will then plug into the cigarette lighter. That's what I need. I need an adapter for that because then you can use the beacon. That's what he wants to do. He had some lights up there. Someone said, and they've disappeared. Oh, you know what it's like with kids? They always end up doing stuff. And you just think, why did you do that? Those lights are really good. Maybe they stopped working. I don't know. Someone sent them to him, and they were like proper, like funky disco lights, but they worked on cigarette lighter. Anyway, right, let's get this wagon going. God, he's got the seat so laid back. I'm like, look at this. It's like, if he was younger, I'd say it was for his shagger wagon, but if he was older, I mean, but I don't think he's quite there yet. Anyway, we won't talk about stuff like that. Right. Oh my God. Where's the clutch? I think there's hardly any clutch left on this thing. They probably. Oh Christ! Wow. It's like driving a sort of. I don't know. It's like driving a boat or something. It's real weird. Let's get it out and try not to rip it on the. Try not to damage it. I'm not actually sure whether this seat's meant to be this low, or whether Harry's just mucked around with it and made it low. You see, I'm nearly sat on the road. If I was driving this to work, I couldn't deal with this. Honda Civic's meant to be this low. See, I wonder whether there's any adjustment to raise the height. I don't reckon there is. Oh, for Christ's sake, it's stalled it now. Oh, the clutch is really weird. There we go. Right. Ooh. Right, let's get it. Let's get going. Ooh, am I gonna get it stuck in the field? Let's just get the windscreen wipers. I can't actually see a thing. How do we work the windscreen wipers? Where's the windscreen wipers? Are they not working? There you go. I did put a replacement windscreen wiper on there for Harry the other day. It was actually what I did. I put a windscreen wiper from one of the tractors on. Right, I don't know how to turn that off now. Right, I do. All right, okay. Okay, so what I did is, there's no point in me putting new wipers on this thing for the amount of times he drives it in the rain. So what I did, I put a brand new wiper on the tractor, and then put the old one off the tractor on here. Right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have to rally it through here, I think. As soon as I get on the grass, I'm worried I'm gonna get it stuck. So I'm gonna give it some welly in a minute. All right, here we go. You ready, people? Here we go. Oh, we made it. Right, so we made it. I actually was all right. It wasn't skiddy. I thought I'd be skidding all over the place, but do you know what? It was fine. Now I've got to try and make this thing watertight, because that window's knackered. It's off the runners. I've tried fixing it. I can't fix it. I'm just gonna have to put up a sheet over it, tuck it in for winter. I think actually, to be fair, I will lock it, even though it's the most insecure vehicle on the farm. To be fair on Harry, it is his pride and joy. We do need to cover it up. He's got the hat. Look at that. Someone sent me that. That's awesome, isn't it? I mean, people are very generous, and thank you for anyone who does send us little presents and stuff. Do you know what? It does make our day when we get a little parcel and someone sends something like I don't know, a few chocolates or like that number plate or something, because it's just, well, you can see the morning I've had this morning, covered in crap, soaking wet, you know, and then I come home and the postman sent something, and even funnier if it's nice things that make you laugh or something. Right, I'm gonna have to put some tyres on here. What I'll do is I'll temporarily do this, and then I think I'm gonna have to come back and properly do it another day. I'm not actually worried about Harry's car being damaged now. It's not like I'm putting to bed something's worth a lot of money. Look, can you see that? Yeah, I put a new boiler shot on this morning because I was wet and cold. I'm wet and cold now. Look, the tyres splash water all over me. Right, that'll do for today. Hazza wagon's sort of tucked up. Hopefully that'll pass inspection from Farmer Hazza. It'll do for now. I think we have to revisit that. The other thing as well, that sheet is soaking wet. I'm thinking if I leave that on top of the car in this weather, with the bit of wind we got, that'll probably dry off. And then I'm willing to go back and move the sheet a bit more when it's dry, because it's cold and wet at the moment. Right. I got to go and do some other jobs. I'll be back to look at that shed later when we put some dry cows in there. All right. Crackling on with a runny nose. All right. I'm back in the shed. These bales, I hate chucking straw out because it's so expensive now. We're gonna have to chuck some of that down. I'm gonna have to get up there, chuck some of that straw down here. Right, we've got a bit of mixture of wheat and barley up here. The trouble is some of the barley looks just like the wheat almost. It's a good year for straw, obviously. So what I normally do is cut a bale this end, cut a bale that end, chuck the flaps over. Ideally what you do is you leave a couple of bales down there, but I want that clever, and I've got barley stacked at the front, so if I wanted to get the wheat bales out, which I use for bedding, I'd have to flip and move a load of barley. So I didn't think this one through properly, which, you know, that's what happens sometimes, isn't it? So finding the strings on these things, isn't it? All right. Oh, right. You ready? Let's see if I can push some of this down. Timber. Of course, you don't want to fall over yourself. It'll all get used, but how much do you put out the first time? More than you think. More than you think you need. Because they will make a right mess. And there's quite a few coming in here. Let's just get that. Lovely day now, look. It's not actually raining or snowing or... Right, how much more? Should we have a bit more? One more. I think this is barley. I think I've got a mixed barley and wheat mix up here, because the chap brought in the wrong stuff. He ordered wheat and he brought in barley. We did a deal on it though. Right, that's enough for there for now. Right, let's go have a look down that end. Right. Those two are definitely barley. I think this is the wheat here. Let's just get this one cut. Watch this fall down. Ready? Right, well that's definitely wheat. I think this is a bit of barley here. I'm just going to push this around with the loader a little bit to get it spread out. The cattle will do the rest. Let's just spread this about them. as a lazy man's way of bedding down, that's a bit rubbish actually. I've jigged it around a bit, but got the big lump out, but I haven't really bedded down very well. Because it's still in big lumps. But I know when I let dry cows in here, they'll run around on it, and it's quite surprising how quickly it'll find its level. So I'm not too worried. There you go, that ain't too bad. We'll look down the shed, they'll run through that. I think the thing is they're keeping it away from here because they'll soon spread this out to here. But I want to keep this because we scrape this clean. The bales are going that side. So yeah, so we'll revisit this shed later when we've got some dry cows in it and you'll see the difference. Alright. And there we have it. The dry cows have moved into here. Move, get it moved. They've already been through that and scruffed that up. Look, that looks better. They'll be much happier in here, and we'll have young cattle in where they were originally. The size isn't bad, actually, is it? I don't know whether that's our bales. My brother brought these along. It smells nicer than the clamp siders, actually. They're not bad. Some of we had 3 different source bales, so from different people, so I'm not sure which ones these came from. And I didn't pull them out of the stack today, so I don't really know which end they came from. But no, it looks alright, isn't it? Almost a bit too good for them. The cows probably could have had that. Better than the ones I was giving them the other day. Right. Okay. So we're heading towards deep winter. We're not there yet. We've still got heifers out. We've got calves to swap around later, but I'm counting down to when we get the heifers in now. Probably a couple of weeks, probably. Anyway, crack on. Silage out, cows out, me out, over and out.